I don't know how or how you do it. You blow my mind without a word. Ooh, stuck upside down, I might be dreaming. There's no way back now. Take every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're meant to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. Why would I fight the things I'm feeling? Rather space out here next to you. Ooh, like astronauts, we're in the night sky and we won't come down. Make every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're meant to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again. I don't care. Cause every moment with you makes me even lighter. I don't care. Oh yeah. Cause every moment with you. I don't care if they think we're meant to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again.
Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the podcast. Thanks for joining us. Hey Mod Squad, can see you all in here. Hey Karen M, hey Elaine, hey Pelena. Fancy, you were the first here. First in class. Fancy, were you that kid that sat at the front at every single lesson in school? That was you, wasn't it? Thank you for being here. Hey Golfing Mom, hey Connie Barmer. All right, let's get into it. Everybody can hear me, right? Give me a one in the chat if we're good for sound, and we'll get going. Okay, so you can hear me. Fantastic. Right, so we actually got the first set of trailers for the hacking documentary on Thursday, which will star Harry and numerous other figures. Now, they haven't released a trailer for Harry's part. They're drip feeding, but I thought it would be quite interesting to listen to what some of the other celebrities have to say so we can get an idea. And they are getting pretty deep into this. And we'll start with Hugh Grant, because Hugh Grant is part of the Hacked Off activism group that has kept their foots on the tabloids' necks all these years, even when the government took their foot off. So this is what he had to say. Let's listen to him. just going to be audio because I don't want to get hit by the copyright police. So this is Tabloids on Trial, Hugh Grant. This is the trailer, or his part of the trailer.
I don't hold massive grievances against the foot soldiers or these guys who did this stuff. Not against them, but I remain bitter and determined to exact justice on the executives who commissioned this stuff. I don't hold massive grievances against.
Now, he said that he doesn't hold massive grievances against, the foot soldiers, i.e. the, tabloid ragmag writers themselves, which, I guess he's entitled to feel how he wants to feel, and, he's a victim in the case. I'm not going to dictate how anybody should feel, but I have to disagree with that. I think that the people at the bottom who are churning out these stories and doing the devil's work are just as guilty as the ones at the top, and they should absolutely be held accountable, because those are the types of people that still continue to profit from churning out this gossip hate machine that is the British tabloid press. So that was what Hugh Grant had to say. Charlotte Church, she also had a short snippet released, and our Charlotte Church was a very young 12-year-old girl. I think she may have actually been even younger than that when she first popped out onto the singing scene. Music scene in the UK, and for whatever reason, they just decided that this young girl was going to be fair game, sexualizing her, coming after her family, none of whom, put themselves out in the spotlight of these celebrity personalities. They tried to keep a very private life, and it destroyed her mother's mental health. And Charlotte says that she still has not recovered. So this is what Charlotte had to say in her part of the trailer.
For the papers looking for a scoop, anyone connected to Charlotte became collateral damage.
My mother was already an incredibly vulnerable woman. Her mental health was really bad. I'd found her after taking an overdose. She was in a really bad way, and that was straight in the press. Straight in the press. No idea again where it came from. I mean, it was horrific. And she's never been able to fully come back from the abuse that she suffered. My parents, they weren't public people. They had never courted it, and they just got absolutely mullered, completely mullered by the tabloid press. Like they were fair game. Like I was fair game. Why was I fair game?
For the papers looking for a scoop, anyone.
Yeah. Why was she fair game as a young child? Why is anybody who is just minding their business, trying to have a career, not doing anything criminal, fair game for these tabloids? These writers who call themselves journalists, and they absolutely should be investigating actual crimes, should be, holding powerful people accountable. Instead, they're going after completely innocent people for no reason other than to just write these, gossip tabloid stories. And in all of this, and I hope that this doesn't get left to the side, at the end of the day, the tabloids are feeding an obsession. They are feeding this thirst from the British public. And this all, at the end of it, starts and ends with us. Because if we're not consuming this, then there is no demand. Meaning there is no money to be made. So the public also hold a certain level of responsibility, but unfortunately in the UK, it's so much, part of the news cycle, celebrity gossip culture, that it's normalized. Honestly, before Meghan ever came onto the scene, not even something. I mean, I always, knew that the British tabloid press were difficult. I'll just use that word, difficult. But I guess it's so normalized to me, and it's so normalized to people in this country, that we don't actually understand just how bad it is. And even with the Leveson inquiry, because the tabloid press controls such a big part of the news cycle, I think the seriousness of this was never really captured. And we've had moments, for example, with Amy Winehouse and Carolyn Flack, and it's like, for about 5 minutes, we're like, oh, how awful this culture is, and we need to be nicer and be kind, and then it's all just kind of forgotten. So hopefully all of these powerful celebrities and Prince Harry coming forward and pushing for this will um, reignite, interest in this case and what all of this, sorry, in these cases in the phone hacking and what it actually means for the up press and press freedoms and the type of information that we are actually getting. Is it truthful? Is it truly in the public's interest? It was not in the public's interest to know about Charlotte Church's mum's um, mental health. That was absolutely not in our interest, and it still affects her even to this day. One of the more shocking trailers that was released was that of former British Prime Minister Gordon Brown, because they weren't just hacking celebrities and royals; they were also hacking people in government. And my question, when it comes to this, and I think for whatever reason, they have seemed to have evaded any, responsibility or accountability at all, is what were the intelligence services in the United Kingdom doing? If the sitting prime minister can be hacked by a bunch of tabloid journalists, where were the intelligence services in all of this? How was it so easy for them to get access to the voice messages, private documents of the prime minister? Were there payouts happening? What was going on here? Now, a lot of people were asking me when the Labour government were voted in, is this going to make any difference towards the tabloid press, Rupert Murdoch? And it would seem now, in my opinion at the time, the answer was no. And we may have a definitive answer as to whether or not it will make a difference. And I think it's no. So this was actually posted by Byline Times. We're gonna listen to Gordon Brown's trailer in a sec, but I just want to read this. So Labour fails to deny secret Murdoch deal to drop Leveson inquiry in exchange for endorsements. The newspaper reported on Monday the I newspaper reported on Monday that the Sunday Times had only endorsed Labour. The Sun and Sunday Times had only endorsed Labour after the party gave them private assurances that Starmer would not resurrect the planned second part of the Leveson inquiry or introduce restrictions on press freedom. And that is just the stupidest move that I think that Keir Starmer is going to make. And let me tell you why. The devil never keeps his promise. And he may, Murdoch's papers may endorse Labour now, or they may call off the hounds for now. That's not to say that they won't in the future. And what else are they exchanging in order to get good press? Are their policies being influenced here? So Byline Times reported, asked this week about the party's position on Leveson, the newly appointed Culture Secretary Lisa Nandy told the House magazine that we need a proper regulation system that supports the public to be able to have trust in what is reported. Well, how can we have that if you're doing deals with Rupert Murdoch and not holding these tabloids accountable for the just waste that they pump out? However, she added that Leveson had not been included in their manifesto and that she was very opposed to the idea that politicians should be telling the media and the press what they can and cannot say. How is having an investigation that holds the press accountable telling them what they can and cannot say? Nandy also promised to end government attacks on the BBC, saying that where we feel criticism of this government is unfair, we'll say so, but I want us to move away as a country from this ongoing running commentary from the ministers about whether they consider the actions of the media to be appropriate or not, trying to interfere in what is said and what is not said. She added that all of this nonsense about attacking institutions for being too woke or lacking impartiality. I think on both sides, both on the government side and the press side, there should be, an equal amount of accountability coming from both. And there needs to be sorry, I lost my trail of thought there, but I want to go back to what she said about, we need a proper regulation system that supports the public to be able to have trust in what is reported. Well, wouldn't that also include then some kind of body that can hold the press accountable for when they do wrong things? I did a podcast a few days ago of the girl who got duped by the Daily Fail only to get bullied in a time of her life where she's very vulnerable and just wanted to help her father. Surely we should have some kind of body that holds the press accountable for things like that. Surely we should have some kind of body that does more than give misogynistic men a slap on the wrist when they say that a member of the royal family should have feces thrown at her and she should be paraded naked through the streets. Surely there needs to be boundaries and lines drawn here. Anyway, let's have a listen to what Gordon Brown had to say in his trailer for Tabloids on Trial. This is the former Labour Prime Minister Gordon Brown.
He claims he was targeted by journalists from Rupert Murdoch's newsgroup newspapers.
My bank account was broken into, my building society account was broken into, my gas bill, my electricity bill, my telecommunications bill. I know that they tried to get information from the police computer about me. All these things happened to me during the period I was Chancellor and Prime Minister.
He's been accusing the company since the Leveson inquiry, but they strongly deny all of this. He claims he was targeted by journalists.
There you go. Rahini, yes. There is a massive financial incentives for these journalists to continue these practices. Exactly. As long as they are making money, they will continue. And they will do everything to make sure that their cash cow keeps, bringing them milk. Lucy Lou, you said the royal family will receive the tax money from Invictus. I have absolutely no proof of that, and I wouldn't even know how to prove that that is true. So I can't really make any comments on that. Wendy, you said Invictus Games in the UK. I find it weird the royals' popularity is plummeting. No one showed up for the King's Parade. CEO of Invictus steps down. UK won the host. I mean, the CEO of Invictus has been the CEO of Invictus for over a decade. So I don't necessarily think that it's at all weird that he's stepping down. Maybe he just wants to move on to another role. Maybe he's retiring. Who knows? But I will speak on why I think they bid so aggressively for it. But let's have a look at this story first. This lady right here. Now, I'm very sorry. I am very sorry to this lady. I am so sorry that she got bitten by Camila. But as you can see, there is literally a sign at the back that says, please do not stand too close to Camila because she bites. She's a Rottweiler. So while I feel very sorry for this lady who got bitten by Camila, there was literally a whole sign behind you telling you not to stand too close to her. And in fact, as you're going to see in the video that I'm about to play, Camila actually tried to bite someone else before this lady here got bit. So let's play the video. Now you can see the force that horse's teeth have. Horses don't necessarily have the sharpest teeth, but they're very powerful animals. And in fact, just before Camila, bit this lady, you can see that she goes for the lady before. And that lady had her thumbs up right next to the horse's, right next to Camila's mouth there. And Camilla could have bit her whole hand off, that first lady, and that second lady didn't see the warning. Okay, so I hope we all now know to be careful around Camilla. And please, if you are going down to London and you want to take pictures with the guards, don't stand too close to the guards. If you see Camilla or any of her cousins, don't stand too close. Okay, this is the sign is there. These animals, they can play up. Don't lose yourself because you want a selfie with the queen, with the lady that we now have to call the queen. Just be careful with yourself, because it's not the first time I have seen these types of incidences. These horses seem to be playing up quite a lot recently. They're they're breaking out their cells. They're running through London, and now they're biting people. Okay, please be careful. No joke. Look through your comments. Yeah, Wanda, he made a deal with the devil, and I don't think it's going to serve him very well. I actually think that Labour actually have an opportunity to free themselves, free everyone of this Murdoch prison, and they're going to waste it. Yes, Dawn Hanson, there needs to be a basic set of standards for the press. The free press is very important, but they cannot be allowed to do whatever they want, however they want. Yeah, and there's never really been any real. It's not even about regulations. It's a lot of it is it's just about who is sitting in those newsrooms and the type of morals that they have. Because the people that we have in these newsrooms, they're just gossip writers. They're not actually interested in any type of investigative journalism at all. And investigative journalism, it takes time. The stories don't come tomorrow. And I think even readers, we have to be more patient and get away from this idea of this 24/7 news churn. Here now, forgotten tomorrow, clickbait, rage bait stuff, and demand proper journalism. Demand that journalists are funded properly to give us good stories. You think of some of the biggest stories that have broken, that have shifted the social political landscape. Those stories weren't collected overnight. Those journalists had to work for months, weeks, maybe even years. That's the type of journalism that we actually need to go back to. But it's very difficult in this clickbait, fast news era. Duchess, why are you it's not feeding Camilla? But feeding her to the tune of 145 million a year, and she's still hungry. Outrageous. All right. So, my number one theory as to why the UK wanted Invictus, because they want a piece of the Harry and Meghan pie. This is them conceding defeat, even though they don't want to say it. I mean, look at this screenshot from the Daily Fail. Meghan Markle steps out with Kimberly Williams Paisley in Montecito. 147,000 people viewing that story. Prince George's birthday tradition inspired by the late Princess Diana. 24,000. We know where the attention is. It's on the Sussexes, and they want that here. While all this time not supporting them, while throwing so much hate and vitriol towards this family, while putting out this narrative that Harry and Meghan are no longer popular. Also, Squatty picked up on this, which was quite interesting. So this is from Sky News. The state of the UK's armed forces, hollowed out by decades of cuts, is much worse than we thought, Defence Secretary John Healey has revealed. And this is someone who said at one point, at the start of a new era for Britain, we need a new era for defence. A review will help us set a part for Britain's defence for the next decade. So is there also a part to this that they want to bring more attention to young people and to look into joining the armed forces? Because certainly, the support that Invictus provides for families of veterans and the opportunities to take part in the sport and just the whole community would certainly be a good selling point, because there's a lot said about the lack of support that veterans get after they've joined the army. So maybe that's also part of it. But the whole point of Invictus is that we hopefully one day don't need it at all. But that could also be a reason why. He has supported the UK Invictus competitors and given statements of support in the past also. Right. That's all I really had to say. We will end with your comments and wrap things up there. Thank you as always, everyone. Really appreciate you all. And thank you earlier on, but even before we came onto the podcast, we had a new member join on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much for the person who joined via the Golden Squaddy membership. And also to an anonymous person who bought me 3 coffees, whoever that was. That was earlier today, even before we started the podcast. So thank you to you. Miss P Talk, she said, the horses know their commander-in-chief has died, and I don't think they like their new boss, so they're lashing out. Yeah, I mean, the Queen spent a lot of time with those horses. She really loved the horses. Wendy, you said, Princess Meghan did not stop over here when she was on her way to Nigeria. They continue bullying her. Why would she? Yeah. And, I don't know if Meghan will show up to Invictus. We'll just have to wait and find out. But I think being that the woman Meghan is, I know she'd want to support Harry. So we'll see about that. There's 3 years, a long time. A lot can happen in that time. Okay, I'm gonna end this here. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Remember not to stand too close to horses, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.
I don't know how or how you do it. You blow my mind without a word. Ooh, stuck upside down. I might be dreaming. There's no way back now. Take every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're meant to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and with you all night long. Dive in, beg, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care